Hi guys, it's me again. I'm here doing a broadcast. I'm going to be making for dinner Southwestern chicken in the slow cooker. So what I have here to show you guys is the ingredients. I have 2 packs of chicken. It's already come packaged, which is nice. Southwestern seasoning mix, some onions and potatoes, and a little bit of chicken broth. And I got some tenderizer to tenderize the meat when it comes. I also will be having kidney beans added to it and some cream corn to it. This is my version of Southwestern style chicken in a slow cooker. So first, I'm going to be cutting the potatoes, if I can find the name. I'm going to be cutting the potatoes up into 1-inch cubes here so it will cook evenly. So first, I'm going to be cutting in half. I'm leaving the skin on them, so I'll cut them in half, just like this. And then I'm just going to cut them again without cut. Just cubing them. So they should be more like this. You want them in bite-sized pieces where you can eat them, and not too big, not too small either. You want them to cook evenly. So that's the first step I'm going to be doing here. And this is all going to go in the slow cooker for about 7 hours, about 6 to 7 hours. And then I'm going to shred up the meat when it's all done and show you guys what it looks like when it's done within 7 hours. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut up all the potatoes here. And then I want to stick our potatoes into our slow cooker after. Okay, get that done. I had about 5 potatoes here that you can do. You can do more potatoes if you're a big family, or if it's just you. You can just do yours the way you want. If you don't like potatoes, you can do rice. You can do it any way, add any kind of starch to it. So, I'm doing our potatoes for dinner. Okay. Now that I got all the potatoes done, I will be taking you over to my slow cooker real quick, guys. And I'm going to just add our potatoes into your slow cooker or whatever crock pot, whatever you want to say it. This is mine. It's a slow cooker. I already have it preheated, so that way it can go ahead and cook. It's on low. So that way we can get to business. I'm just going to throw our potatoes in there. If I can get them in there. Almost run away. This is like a real simple dish you can do when you're on the run, or if you have to work, or you go to school. Things like that. And you don't really want to cook a big meal or do anything. So I'm just going to add our potatoes in here, and they can get done. Now the chicken is going to be different. I'm not going to cut up the chicken or anything. I'm just going to get the nasty stuff off the chicken, if it has any. And then I'm going to go ahead and season the chicken and add the other stuff to our meal. So Next, let me get this cleaned up here. Oh, it's hot here in Florida. All right, so next, I'm gonna do our chicken. I have 2 breasts here. Look like this. I'm gonna rinse them off to get all the grossness off it. I'm gonna open them up here. And then I'm just gonna rinse them off. It's kind of cute because it comes in this little pouch in a big bag. It's the healthy kind of chicken. They say it's healthier. It's in a green bag, and I'll show you what kind of bag it comes in, but they're individually wrapped, which is pretty nice when you live alone or if you live with somebody. I kind of happen to live with somebody, so I make dinner for us all the time. Now, for this, there's not really too much bad stuff to it, so I'm not going to even worry about cutting off it, but there's just a little bit, like the nasty parts, like the fat. Don't want that. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to dry our chicken off. A lot of people say you shouldn't be using paper towels to do that, but I do. So it helps get the water, absorb the water on it. Just want to pat it dry. Now, my favorite part is I got some of this Southwest seasoning. It's already made up. It's in a pack that comes like this. It does have instructions on the back if you want to follow them. I don't. I usually do my own. So it's by McCormick's, if you can tell. It's slow cooker, Southwestern chicken, and vegetables. They have different vegetables there, but I'm using, like I said, my own. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tenderize our chicken here to make it more juicier and more tender than what it really is. So I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle this on both sides. Just like this. Now you can cut up your chicken, but I'm not, because I'm going to shred it later, and we're just gonna. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle some of my seasoning on there, on both of the chickens. Both sides here. Now you notice you will have some left over. That's okay, because what I do with that is when it's left over, I usually add it to the chicken again when it's done to give it more of a flavor. So I'm just gonna rub these chicks down. I'm gonna let them set there just for a little bit, because now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add some onions to this and some chicken broth and stuff. So this is what it would look like. Potatoes, maybe about, if you have diced onions, dice them up if you don't. Or you can get them diced. I had these from last night. So I'm just going to add a couple of handfuls in here. Just like that. Great. Perfect. Now, I like to add what is chicken broth, or you can add vegetable broth. It don't matter which one. But I'm adding this. It's chicken broth by Swanson. It's 100% natural. And it has no preservatives or artificial flavors, no MGs, which you don't want no MSGs added because it's not really healthy. And then it's non-GMO, which is really good for soups and sauces and gravies, because I use it all the time for that. So I'm just going to probably add a cup to this, to 2 cups. Just enough to cover the bottom of the potatoes. And if we need more, we'll just add it to it. So now that we added all that, we're going to also add our vegetables into it, which I like to call vegetables. I'm using cream style corn. I didn't have regular corn, so I like to improvise. So I'm using the cream corn. I'm just going to pour that all over into this. And then I have some kidney beans here that I just drained and rinsed. If you don't like kidney beans, you can use black beans, any kind of other beans you like or prefer. Me, I use kidney beans because it makes it look more Southwestern and more Hispanic meal. So, hey, now that that's all added into that, I'm now going to want to stir this up so it can get all in there. And so it can start cooking. And this is what it will look like. Nasty, right? Not really, but this is going to take about 6 to 7 hours. And what you're going to do is you're going to leave it. You're not going to open the lid. You're not going to do anything until that time is up. Because after that time's up, you're going to then shred the chicken, which I prefer to do an hour before the time's up. So if you're like me, I would take it an hour before the chicken is done and just shred it. And then you're going to place it back in there and mix it all together once that happens. So now that we have this chicken, okay, didn't want to touch it really. So my chicken looks like this. I coated it on both sides thoroughly, as you can see. And I'm just going to place them directly on top. So it don't matter if you lay them this way or this way. I'm just going to lay mine like this. So it would be more getting the flavors at the bottom there. Okay. Now that's all mixed up. I'm going to put the lid on and it will be ready by the time dinner comes. And I will show you what it looks like when it's done later. And what I do when I shred the chicken. So if you want to try this recipe and you like it, please comment, subscribe, and like and share this video. Bye guys.